Hi students, so today we will do 2023 science paper, ICSE 10th. Okay, and we have two sections. So we'll do this video in two parts. So in first part we'll do section A, in second part we'll do section B. Right, now if you see, we are going to do section A, wherein you have first question. So there are 15 questions, each question is for 1 mark. Choose the correct answer to the question from the given one. So clockwise movement produced by a force about a fulcrum is considered to be, all clockwise movement is considered negative, all anti-clockwise movement is considered positive. Okay, so all clockwise movement will be considered negative. Next, when the speed of a moving object is doubled, when the mouse here, when the speed of a moving object is doubled, then its kinetic energy. What is the formula for kinetic energy? Kinetic energy is half mv square. What is kinetic energy? Half mv square. So when velocity is doubled, kinetic energy becomes 4 times, because kinetic energy is directly proportional to v square. So this is the right answer. Next one. The energy conversion in a washing machine is from magnetic to electrical. No. Electrical to mechanical. Yes. Electric to magnetic. No. Magnetic to electrical. Next one, which of the following radiation suffers maximum reflection in a magnetic field? Alpha radiation, beta radiation, gamma radiation, X radiation. Now you know gamma radiations are pure energy. Okay. Alpha particles are heavier and beta radiations are the one which have maximum charge to mass ratio. Lighter, very high speed, almost equal to speed of light. Okay, so beta radiations is the right answer. Now next one, speed of blue light in water is, now you know that the speed of light is the speed of c is equal to f lambda. Okay, and lambda grows from, you know, this is the matrix in which prism disperses light. So violet is first, indigo is second, blue is third, green is fourth, yellow is fifth, then orange, and then red. So wavelength grows in this direction. Okay, so speed of light in water for green light, so green light is on this side, orange light, orange is further this side, violet, so violet has lowest wavelength and more than red light. The speed of light, blue light in water is more than orange, green, violet, or you tell me. What is the right answer? So more than violet light, because violet has a lesser wavelength and the speed of that light is frequency into lambda, which is the wavelength. Next one, a concave lens produces only which images? A concave lens produces only virtual and diminished. What? Virtual and diminished. There is a question on concave lenses in the later section also. Okay. So when a body vibrates under periodic force, vibration of the body are always natural vibration, no. Lump vibration, no. Force vibration, yes. Okay. Now, question number 8. Two notes are produced from two differential musical instruments such that they have same loudness and same pitch. So produced notes differ in their what? Waveform. Yeah? When a current I flows through the wire of resistance for the time t, electrical energy produced is P is equal to VI is equal to V square over R is equal to I square RT. There are many ways you can find out. So this is I square RT. Next one, choose the correct relation for EMF and terminal voltage. Now you know when a cell is connected and the current flows through the resistor. Now what happens is, when the key is closed, this is E, and between them there is a voltage V. Okay, so V is E minus IR. R is internal resistance of the cell. However, let us every cell will have some resistance. Okay, so E is V is less than E. When the strength of the current flowing through wire is increased, the resistance of the magnetic field produced by it. Now you know what is the magnetic field produced. Magnetic field produces the current flowing the resistance of magnetic field by it decreases and increases remains the same. Tell me what is the right answer. It increases. Okay. Mu 0 I. Okay. That is the formula for magnetic field. In case of a ring, in case of a solenoid, mu 0 and I. That is how it is directly proportional to the current. Okay. Now next one. Next one is specific latent heat of a substance. What is the specific latent heat? There is a formula Q is equal to mc delta T. So here this C is the specific latent heat, that is subject to the material. Okay, exactly what the change is depends on the material. That is the right answer. And what is specific latent heat of substances? Depends on the material. Next, specific heat capacity of substance is this: 1900 joules per kg per coulomb. So that means substance X absorbs 1900 joules. No, 1 kg of substance X. Okay. So this is 1 kg substance X absorbs 1900 joules for 1 degree rise in temperature. So this is M, this is delta T, and this is Q. Okay. Next is when a ray of light travels normal. Because ray of light travels normal to the given surface, then the angle it makes from the normal is 0 degree. Okay. And this is incident ray, and this is incidentally the normal. Right? So this is 0 degree. I'll rather make another diagram and show you. So this is how we calculate incident ray, I, and reflection. Okay, that is angle of reflection. In case of refraction, it will be R, angle of reflection. Okay, so 0 degree. Small air bubbles rising out of fish tank appear silvery when moved from some particular angle because of total internal reflection. When does the nucleus of an atom tend to become radioactive? Now we have finished 15 questions. That was fast. Right. So when does the nucleus of an atom become radioactive? When the ratio of neutrons, what's happening? Ratio of neutrons to protons is more than 1. Okay. So when neutrons are more, and what happens is they radiate energy, and the radioactivity begins. Therefore, because gamma radiations begin. Okay. And it converts itself into something else. So N by P should be 1 for matter not to be radioactive. So name a single pulley in which displacement of load and effort is not the same. Which is the pulley? I'll show you an example. This is the pulley. This is tied to the stand. Here we are applying effort and we have a weight tied to this. Okay. Now if you see, effort is equal to W by 2, and for every distance x it moves, actually load moves only x by 2. Okay, so displacement of load and effort is not the same in case of movable pulley. One advantage of this pulley is you have mechanical advantage. It is equal to 2. For there is load over effort over load is right. So you have half the effort for W load. What is the position of center of gravity of a triangular lamina? Question number 2, part A. Okay, what is the position of center of gravity? The triangular lamina has its center of gravity at the point where all the three medians meet, which is called centroid, and it always cuts the median in ratio of 2:1. So centroid is the place which is the center of gravity of a triangular lamina. What happens when it is suspended freely? So when it is suspended freely, what happens is center of gravity falls in line with the thread, okay, and it balances out in that direction, okay, so nothing happens, okay, it will move till the time that center of gravity doesn't fall directly under the thread, right, so this thing is clear. Diagram shows wheel O pivoted at point A, three equal forces. Now we are in part 3. This is the wheel is pivoted at point A. At point A I have pivoted it. Now there are three equal forces F, F1, F2. Is F1 I guess. F1, F2, F3. Which will have, so the forces are equal, right? So F is same. Right. So what is which force will produce maximum momentum? What is momentum formula? Momentum is R cross F, which is from the point at which the axis is vertical distance of the force. So if you see, this is the vertical distance in this case, this is the vertical distance in this case. In this case, it will be like this, right? Or if I take an angle, then it will be RF sine theta. Now, if you see in this case, sine theta or the angle between the axis and the pivot point and the force is 90 degree, and sine 90 is highest. Sine 90 is 1. Other forces make some angle but not 90 degree. Okay. So if you see, this makes some angle with this point. Okay, this makes so the vertical, the force which is perpendicular to R, that only matters. Okay, right. So F1 is the force which is perpendicular to this, or F1 is the force which has the maximum distance R from A. Okay, so whatever way you see it, that is how that is what the concept is. So F1 will produce maximum movement. Give a reason for an answer that is given. Okay. Now what should be the angle between direction of force? Now this was slightly from probably senior grade perspective. So you could write the length of the perpendicular arm is maximum in case of F1. F1. Okay. Now next one. You see, in case of F3 the length of the perpendicular arm will be this. In case of F2 this was this. F1 this was the case. Okay. Now next. What should be the angle between the direction of force and direction of displacement work to be negative? So what is the formula for work? Work is, I think this is in your grade. Work is Fs cos theta. S is the displacement, F is the force, and cos theta is the angle between force and displacement. Correct? W is Fs cos theta or F dot S. That is there in your Selena book. Right? So what should be the angle for to be negative? If theta is equal to 180 degree, what happens? You get work is equal to Fs cos 180. What is cos 180? That is minus 1. That is minus F into S. Okay, because cos 180 is minus. Or, sorry, or force is in this direction and the work displacement is in this direction. When it happens, you see in case of frictional forces, presuming a body is moving in this direction on this horizontal plane and there is a friction force. Okay, friction force always opposes the motion. So this is the force of friction and this is the displacement. X is in this direction and they are typically opposing each other. So the work done by the frictional force on the body is negative. Okay. Now next, calculate the power spent by a crane while lifting a load of. So what is the load? 2000 kg at velocity 1.5 meter per second. What is power? Power is F into V. Okay, that is force is 2000 kg into 10. That is gravitational acceleration. W is equal to mg and V is 1.5. So that makes it 20,000 to 1.5 is 30,000. SI unit 30,000 watts or joule per second. Okay. Next, sixth, a metal foot ruler is held at the edge of a table. With the free hand and the release vibrates. What is the name of the vibration? Name of the vibration is natural vibration. Correct? Natural vibration. One way to increase the frequency is you make the length shorter. So if the length of the scale which is available freely for vibration is made shorter, then the frequency increases. Right? Next, a geyser is rated this. Explain the meaning of this statement. What does this statement mean? If a geyser is rated at 240 volts at 220 volts 240 watt, that means geyser consumes 240 volt power at 240 watt power at 220 volts, and you know power is equal to VI. That means 240 is 220 into I. So current at that point will be 240 over 220, whatever that works out to. 22 ones are 22, 2 is left, 22 4s are 88, 8, so maybe 1.48. Yeah, 22 to 20, no, 1.08 or something ampere. Okay. Now next, is it possible for a concave lens to form an image? This is the same question it appeared before also. Answer is no. It always forms an image which is smaller than the real object. What will happen to focal length of the lens if part of the lens is covered? Nothing will happen. Okay, focal length remains same. Presuming I cover this, what happens is I'm taking case of a convex lens. So image gets moved. We'll take another image. We'll go through the center. So only thing is the quality of image is slightly diminished. Quality is impacted. Otherwise, focal length remains same. Okay, image quality. Because now there are lesser light passing through the lens. Which electrical component protects the electric circuit in case of excess current, which can also be used as a switch? Now this we all know, if you have been at home, a little more often. So MCB is the type of circuit breaker which is mini circuit breaker. That is the full form for MCB. These look like switches, okay, very heavy duty and can sustain large amount of current passing through them. So MCB is the type of electric component used in case of and can also be used as switch. You can, while you are going out of the home for a longer time, you can put them off. Okay. So name the wire I'll write. Name the wire to which it is always connected to live wire and in series. Why in series? Because when you have a key in a circuit, when you have a key, whatever the power source is, DC or AC, so I'll use it like this. This is the mark for AC source. We are talking of home connections. Okay, so AC source. Okay, so it's used as a key. Okay, and whatever appliances you have here, fan, light, or whatever else, So home appliances are always connected in parallel. Okay, so whatever more, So this acts as a switch. So this is your circuit key S. Okay, it's always connected in series. Live wire, it's connected in series. The next one. A copper conductor is placed over two-stage copper wires whose ends are connected to DC supply as shown in the diagram. What should be the magnetic poles at the point A and B? Now if you see, we will use, first we'll do second part. Okay, Fleming's left hand rule. Okay, which says that if the direction of the current is this, this is the positive side of the cell. Okay, so your direction of current in this side and your force in the upper side, so magnetic field will be in this direction as if coming out of the page. Okay, coming out of the page means it's coming out of the page. Okay, so I don't know, for higher grades what we do is we use arrows like this which shows the field is coming out of the page, but here I guess it will be like magnetic field is moving from A to B like this. So this will be what? This will be north pole, this will be south pole. Okay, yeah. Next one. Thermal capacities of substance A and B are same if mass A is more than. Now, which formula we'll use? We'll use Q is equal to mc delta T. Now, thermal capacities of the substance A and B are same. If mass A is more than mass B, this substance will have more specific heat capacity. So, C is directly proportional to 1 by m, right? So, mass of A is more, that means C will be low. So, more specific heat capacity will be in case of B. Lesser the mass, more the heat capacity specific. Which substance will show greater rise in temperature? Now you see, for same Q, delta T is directly proportional to 1 by m again. Okay. So greater rise in temperature will be in case of lesser mass. Okay. So again, greater rise in temperature, mc delta T. Yeah. Greater rise in the same amount of heat is supplied to both. So Q is same. In which case delta T will be more? In case of lesser mass. So which has lesser mass? Mass of A is more, so B has lesser mass. So B will have more rise in temperature. Okay, so this also is B. So B, this is also B, this is also B. Now next, how is the radioactivity of a radioisotope affected when it undergoes a chemical change? This is the last question, I guess, of section A. Now this is very easy. Radioactivity is a nuclear phenomena. Okay, it doesn't get affected with a chemical change. Okay, so radioisotopes, radioactivity is not impacted because of the chemical change. Because in chemical change, what happens? There is exchange of electrons or exchange of chemical compositions. But the radioactivity is not getting impacted because that's more of a nuclear phenomena. So that has more to do with that part. Okay. So thank you. Thanks for watching. I'll add section B also. Now keep connected and please subscribe the channel.